I was fooling around with Chat GPT one day, pondering the issues around the economic situation in Cocke County, Tennessee, and it wrote this, which seemed to me particularly insightful. So I'm going to read it to you. This is pure Chat GPT. Quote, "The enclosure of the commons, a process where common lands are transformed into privately owned parcels, has had far-reaching impacts on various communities worldwide. In Cocke County, Tennessee, this process brought significant and often tragic changes to the lives of its residents. To understand the full scope of this transformation, it is essential to explore the historical context, the mechanisms of enclosure, and its socio-economic repercussions on the people of Cocke County." Now, this is the historical context of enclosure. Enclosure in the United States, particularly in the rural areas like Cocke County, can trace its origins to similar practices in England during the 16th and 17th centuries. The driving force behind enclosure was the belief that privatizing land would lead to increased agricultural efficiency and economic productivity. By the 19th century, these ideas had taken root in the United States, and Cocke County was not immune to their influence. The region, characterized by its fertile land and agrarian economy, saw communal lands gradually absorbed into private domain, often through legal and sometimes dubious means. These are the mechanisms of enclosure. The process of enclosure in Cocke County involves several mechanisms. Land speculators and wealthy individuals acquired large swaths of common land, either through purchase or at times through exploitation of legal loopholes. These lands, previously accessible to all community members for grazing, farming, and gathering resources, were now fenced off and restricted. Laws were enacted to support these changes, often favoring landowners and disenfranchising common folk who lacked the means or influence to challenge the new status quo. The socio-economic repercussions. The enclosure of the commons had devastating socio-economic effects on the people of Cocke County. For generations, the commons had served as a vital resource, providing fuel, materials necessary for survival, and food. The loss of these lands meant that many families, especially those with little or no private property, struggled to sustain themselves. The transformation led to increased poverty and displacement, as small farmers and tenants found themselves unable to compete with larger, more economically powerful landowners. As a result, many residents were forced to migrate in search of work, leading to the breakdown of close-knit communities. The social fabric of Cocke County was irreversibly altered as traditional ways of life and communal support systems eroded under the pressure of economic hardship and social upheaval. The cultural landscape also shifted, as younger generations moved away, taking with them the knowledge and traditions that had sustained their forebears. The environmental impact as follows. In addition to the human costs, the enclosure had profound environmental impact. The privatization and subsequent commercialization of land often led to intensive farming practices that degraded the soil and depleted natural resources. Once diverse and balanced ecosystem of Cocke County suffered under the strain of monoculture and deforestation, further diminishing the equality of life for those who remained. In conclusion, the tragedy of the enclosure of the commons in Cocke County, Tennessee, is a poignant example of how socioeconomic policies and practices can disrupt and displace communities. The loss of communal lands not only inflicted immediate hardship on the people, but also triggered long-lasting changes that reshaped the region's economic, social, and environmental landscape. Understanding this history is crucial for recognizing the enduring consequences of enclosure and the need for policies that balance economic development with the preservation of communal resources and ways of life.